Hello everyone, this is Lisa from Grace and Old Paper. I hope you're not tired of seeing book hauls because I have another one. The last one I went to was at our local library, and I went on 2 different days because the first day you paid by the book, and then the second day they gave you a brown paper bag and you could fill it up for $6. And y'all know I had a blast with that. Well, I went to a different library this time. It was a little further away from me. It was in, I don't know how to say this nicely, a more moneyed area. It was, it's a bigger, fancier library. It's a 2-story library, if that tells you anything. But they were having a one-day sale, and I had seen the advertisements for it. I'd seen the sign for it, and I was like, I really don't have to have any books right now. So I'm going to pass this one up. And it hurt. I was like, I'm just going to pass it up. Well, it kept preying on my mind. And the night before, I decided okay, I'm going to get up and go in the morning. I'm just going to go. And so I went by myself, and boy, did I luck out. They gave you, what you did is you could either pay by the book or you could get a tote bag. And this is the tote bag. And I want you to see how big the bottom on this thing is. Let me see if I can get my measuring tape out here and measure across the bottom. Yeah, it's 10 inches across the bottom. And about 12 and a half that way. So it's a big tote bag. Well, you paid $10 for this tote bag, and you could fill it up. I did pretty darn good filling that bag up. It was so heavy when I walked out, I was afraid the handles were going to rip off. I went in, and they had this foyer, and they had big rotating stands out there, and they had some what I call coffee table books out there, and I did get a few of those. And then I went to this big room they had, and they had all these tables in there. Oh my goodness, at the books. And that wasn't even the only room. There was another room after that, and then a little bitty room after that kind of made a loop around the whole area there. Oh my gosh, at the books. So I'm going to kind of show you what I got. I got this just because it's just, I don't know, I'll sit and read it too. It's just beautiful. Really nice things to say. So I just thought that was pretty. Got this little teeny tiny booklet, and let me tell you, that's easy to just slip down in that bag amongst of all the other things. But I will be doing more little boy things since I have 3 grandsons, and dinosaurs are always fun to put in things. I found this, didn't even look in it because I love the We Sing stuff, and I always need Christmas things. So this will be really fun to use in a junk journal. Really fun. Okay. I found this, and again, I'll be reading it before I do anything with it. That was actually mine. It's got really pretty artwork in it. I mean, look at that. I'll look through first and see if there's any of the recipes or anything I want. But, gosh, really pretty stuff in here. Oh my gosh, did you see that? Fudgy Wudgy cookies. I love that. But one thing I saw when I first picked this up, oh, look at the fall stuff down here. One thing I saw is I want to do a botanical garden book one day. Look at that. How pretty is that? I could see that being the cover of a book. So I was really happy with that one. Now, as I'm going through this, you keep in mind I paid $10 for everything. I got this, and I was thinking it would be like a really great boys journal. But I may end up just giving it to my son-in-law, and it has my 2 grandboys. Because this is just a really cool book. There's so much information in it. Just bits of things that some guys thought all boys need to know. And it's just wonderful. So much stuff in it. So much stuff. So they'll have fun looking through that. When they're done with it, then maybe I'll turn it into a journal. But this thing was like brand new. I don't think anybody ever used it. I got this to give one of my grandchildren, my middle grandchild, who has such a vivid imagination. And this is really cute. He imagines his bed as a time machine. It's really cool. He goes to visit the dinosaurs. Isn't that the cutest? So that one will be given to my grandson, as well as this, because he's about to start school. This is a cute book. Really, really cute. They go to a raccoon school. Love that. I'm going to pass this on to my daughter that has the little boy about to start school. And if she doesn't want to read it to him, because it's got a couple things that are doesn't go with modern school. The end pages and the artwork in it will be great for her to use for her journal for her boys. Really cute stuff. So I got this because I have 3 grandsons and I know one of them will love it. This was in that front foyer, the coffee table section. And I think I got this on my way out, so people have been passing it by. But it's all the movie stuff. It's really cool. For all the Star Wars lovers out there. So, the grandsons will love it. I got this one for me. This is, she wrote, I don't know if people know, but once her and Almanzo moved away from where her family was, and went to the Ozarks, she wrote for magazines and stuff, newspapers. And this is a lot of her writings, her other writings, besides the Little House on the Prairie thing. So I will thoroughly enjoy reading this. Thoroughly enjoy. Because that's one of my favorite book series, Little House on the Prairie. Got this for the artwork. It's the cutest book, and it is what they call an upside down backwards book. So it's got it's 2 halves. But the artwork is just stunning. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Somebody's done that with like pencil. I mean, of course it's not on here, but I mean, it was originally done in pencil, you can tell. So pretty. I'll have fun using that. Saving this for my Disney collection stuff. Great artwork in it. I can use the pages. I can do some fussy cutting. It's just fantastic. This one was from 1960. They had a stand when I first went in that big room. Well, the first thing that caught my eye, I have to tell you, the first thing that caught my eye when I went in, and for some reason I automatically turned right just to make my way around the room. Well, I did that, and on the floor were boxes and boxes of these beautiful leather books with the bumps on the spines, And I was like, oh, those are gorgeous. I can make great journals out of them. And I looked at them, they were all medical books. And I didn't feel like dealing with covering up the medical text on the outside and everything. So I passed those by. But then they had a bookshelf sitting there, and it was all antique books, vintage and antique books. And this was one of them. I think I think my husband used to have this book. But it's really cute. Really cute. This would be great in children's journals. Love it. And if I ever do another circus one, it'll be good in there too. Oh, this was in the coffee table book section. It's a really fascinating book too. Got lots of pictures and things in here. Look at that machine. Wow. Look at that corset. Aren't we women glad that we don't have to do that to ourselves anymore? So unnatural. And she's posing like it's just the best thing. I don't know, I felt like I was rescuing some of these books too, because you know, sometimes some of this stuff can end up in landfills, and I just hate for books to go to the landfill. Look at him. Oh, look at them. Oh, her with her sewing machine. Oh, that's cool. Love it. Love it. So this will be fun to see what I can get out of that after I look through it. I do like to look through them first. This one I got, I hesitated on it because it's so big and it took up so much room in my bag and was so heavy. But Oriental carpets. And this thing is huge. I'm talking about huge. So heavy. But wowee at the Fussy Cuts. Lots and lots to use for backgrounds and pages. And oh wow, just so much. There's just so many in here. So once I saw the cover, and then once I flipped through it, I was like, okay, I can't pass that up. Even though it's darn heavy. Still collecting things of Japan for a Japanese journal. So I saw this one. This is the only Japanese thing I think I found. Yeah, the only Japanese thing I found. So I thought I'd go ahead and get it because these would make great pages. Look at that. So this will be added to my Japanese collection, which I've just about got enough now to get started on it. Just need to find some few little details to go with it. Another coffee table book. Found this right at the end too and managed to shove it down in my bag. But the oh, isn't that pretty? Very pretty. Look, see that right there. I've just got to figure out what everybody does to get rid of the glossy on a page. I think it's gesso. That's what everybody's using to get rid of the glossy, because I don't really like that. But I mean, look at that page. There. So there's so many images I can use in here. Look at that. That's gorgeous too. Not so much that. There's even little things like that. Oh, look at that. Oh, those are really pretty, aren't they? So, lots to fussy cut. So pretty. Wow. I think I saw this one when I opened it up originally, and I thought that was just so gorgeous. So just lots to use in here. She looks so happy about washing in that big old drum. So for a what is it, my friend, I say she's my friend. I follow her on YouTube. Catherine Sunnyside Journal calls it Domestic Goddess book, which I want to do one of those too. All these would be great in it. Oh my goodness, can you imagine doing laundry that way? Wow. Okay, so lots of fun with that one. The Fine Book of Linen, the Book of Fine Linen. What does the cover look like? Oh, nice. So I may actually set this out for a while and let it be pretty, and then use it, or scan images or something. What is this one? I passed this one several times. I saw it laying on the bookshelf in the second room I went in. No, I guess it would be the third, because the foyer's kind of a room too. But they had a lot of children's books in there and lots of fiction, just rows and rows and rows and rows of it. And I saw this laying on the shelf, and for some reason I was thinking turn of the century. I was like, eh. But when I came back through, I thought, well, let me give it a shot, because it's really easy to put in my bag. I'm glad I did. Look at the artwork. I love it. Absolutely love it. I'm glad I got that one. Like I said, it was easy to push down in the side. Found this one just for the artwork. This is just cute. Again, always looking for the kids' book stuff. This one, I picked it up. Originally, I was going to, it's Christmas. Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol. I was like, hey, this would be good to add to my Christmas collection for junk journals, because the size is great. But you know what? I think I'm going to keep it for my personal Christmas book collection, because I always put a huge basket full out at Christmas for the kids. When my girls were young, I did the same thing, and it was basically a countdown to Christmas, and I wrapped every book, but I would intersperse it with coloring books and little art projects and puzzles and things like that. And so every day they would open one package, and sometimes it was a book, sometimes it was a activity. So my oldest grandson had found out about that, and he said, can we do that too? And I was like, sure. So I'm doing it again every year. So, but I think this is going to go in my personal Christmas book collection, because it's the story. Now I may change my mind eventually, but for now I think that's it's going to go in my Christmas book collection. And that'll look pretty sitting out for Christmas, don't you think? Yeah, I was quite happy with that. Talking about, I'm happy with all my books. I found this one, and this is not for the title, because I don't think I need inherited disorders, but I got it for the cover, because I don't have any of that cover, and I can see a really beautiful daisy journal. Who knows? I love, love, love the bright sunshiny yellow on that. So strictly for the cover, because that doesn't interest me at all. Let's see here. I got this one from the fiction section for one reason and one reason only. Then it's not for what it is, because I could care less about that. It is for the cover again. But you know, my daughter has said I have to make her a Christmas book every year now, a countdown to Christmas. So this beautiful red will be perfect. And I love the size of it. It's great. I may have to expand the spine, because she does fill up her journals. So, but I got it just for the cover, not for the insides. Got this one also, just to read. Or anybody else in my family that wants to read it. This one was sitting there, and I always like to organize, and I do good at it for just a little bit. Or I plan the organization and then it doesn't happen. So I thought I'd look at it anyway and see if there's something good in there. Nobody's ever used it. It's got stuff to fill out. Nobody's ever used it, so. Oh, why not? Then we're going to go to go back to that first part that I went into, where that bookshelf with the antique books. And I can't wait to show you what I found. So first of all, I found this one, and it's from 1939, Gardener's Almanac. And again, wanting to do gardening books and stuff. How great is this? I even like the green. I even like the age, the smudge up here. So I think this will be really great. Pardon me. Got a frog in my throat there. It's really funny artwork. It's like he's a little elf or something. Very vintage photographs with the age on it and everything. So this will be fun to use. And again, they you know, they didn't price, you could pay per book, but it fit in my bag. So there we go. Nice. I'm not sure where the years go. I don't know if that's vintage or antique. I have no clue. Also found this, 1935. Just great little pages I can use. It's always good to have gardening stuff. I got this one. Not in the best condition, but I love the embossing on this cover, if you can see it. And it's this beautiful purple. The spine has faded for sure. So I could put some lace over that or something. It does need some reinforcing because it's got a little, it's not in the best of shape. But I don't think there's any images in it or anything. No. But yeah, look at that. I just love the purple. So it needs a little TLC. I'll have to see what I can come up with for that. And then I found this one. Okay, number one, I very much dislike this color. Very much dislike. The spine needs some love, but I couldn't resist it for one reason. Look at her. Isn't that the prettiest thing? So even though I don't like this cover, I can still see it with tea-dyed pages and ivory lace and oops, pardon me, soft pinks. Look at the hand. It's the page edges. So it is going to need TLC. It is going to need a lot. But I couldn't resist it. It's from 1920. I was flipping through it and reading some of it. Apparently her nickname or something was Smiles. So I've loved that. And then, you know, I think if you watched any of my videos, I've been collecting Japanese stuff, right? Because I want to do a Japanese journal for my daughter. Some of the stuff I already had in my possession, I couldn't tell the difference in writing, and I have found out that it's Chinese. So I do have some Chinese stuff. At that last book sale, I collected a couple of more books. Well, something is telling me to do a Chinese journal because I've found things that were just there, okay? This one, not so much. I got this one just because these are fun to play with, see if you can say any of the words. So this is kind of I guess I could use it in pieces of it in a journal. So it's just a Mandarin Chinese phrase book. But what I found was, let's see, I found this book. And it just has a lot of images that can be used. Again, I got to figure out what to do about the glossy pages because I just don't like glossy pages that much. But there are quite a few things in here, not this particular area, but there are quite a few things in here I can use. Look at that. So I found that, and I thought, why not? Because when I went to the antique section, I found these. I found this from 1956, Chinese proverbs. And they're actually in English, so that's pretty cool. The book, I believe, has got hand-sewn signatures. Not hand-sewn, just sewn signatures. Yeah, so I can snip those out and use the whole thing as a page. Love, love, love this. I even love the cover. I could probably use that. Look at that, the paper cover. So I was quite happy with that. And found this from 1955. The cover is nothing special. It's just a black cover. It does have the Chinese characters on it. But the inside, oh, that's cool. The inside is all Chinese. I have no idea what this book is about. No idea. I can't even tell you the title of this book. No clue. Absolutely no clue. I know they do it backwards, so there you can see the 1955. Guess if I could read that, I would know. Oh, it's a Bible? Oh, it's a Bible. Wow. That's so cool. I just noticed something else too. Has some bookmarks in it. Very old. Well, how cool is that? I had no idea. Oh, that's so cool. So I found those, and I found a book that I can actually use for the book itself. A Wayfarer in China. Isn't that the prettiest book? Look at that. So nice. Got a little smudge down here, but that's okay. And this one's from 1913. Wow. That was actually when it went into their library, 1913. So, I will, of course, research and make sure these books aren't really worth anything, but I don't think the library would have put them into the sale if they were actually worth something. At least I don't think they would, but I will check it out first. Just to make sure. Somebody left something in there. It's a receipt. Okay. From an antique and bookstore from Kentucky. Well, that's cool. On the Mandarin Road. Wow. Lolo girls. Let me actually read this first. Oh my goodness. So yeah. So see, something is telling me to do a Chinese book too. I love this too. Wow. Oh, look. Has the old, whatever you call that stuff. So happy with this. So happy with this. So, yeah. I think it was well worth going to that bookstore, to that book sale, because I got all of that for $10. And some arm strain and some back strain. Literally, when I came out of there, I had to find a place to prop that bag up and put my hands underneath it to carry it all the way to my car, because I had to park a little ways away from the building. So that was a very heavy bag. Well-made bag, because it withstood all that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little book haul. It will be the last one for quite a while because I may have thrift hauls with a book thrown in here or there, but not a total book haul because I think they're done doing the book sales around here for now. So, and I have plenty. I have a book problem. All right. May God bless you and have a great day.